Hi, this is Joe with Max MMA. We're here with Ryan Ciotoli from Team Bombsquad. We're here in Cortland, New York, and we're going to talk about why you should come here to train if you're serious about MMA. Ryan, first of all, welcome, and thank you for giving us an interview.
Yep.
Tell us about Team Bombsquad. Why would somebody come here if they're serious?
You know, we really only get the serious, pro fighters because we train hard. The guys that come in here are tough guys. We spar hard, we train hard. We do the right things. It's, full-time training. We get up in the morning, we go lift, we practice in the afternoons, and, we come in at night and train as a team. So it's serious training. It's not, some of the other gyms, kind of do, half training. This is serious.
Now, you've got some serious guys training here. One of them, John Jones, who's got a fight coming up in the near future. Tell us about John.
John's an extraordinary athlete, and he's a sponge. I mean, I've never met a guy like this. He just picks up things from different guys. He watches, a lot of fights, and the things he picks up are unbelievable. Obviously, some of the techniques he's hit in the UFC, the spinning elbow, flying knees. I mean, he's got a lot of tools in the toolbox.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah, and he's a smart guy, so he knows when to use them, and he's got a lot of tools.
How long has he been training there?
He's been training about a year and a half. So again, what he's done in a year and a half is amazing. And he took 6 fights right in a row, and he cleaned up there and got into the UFC in 3 months. So I mean,
awesome.
Again, he's a sponge.
Now tell us, you've got another fighter in the WEC, John Franchi. Tell us about John. He's got a fight coming up too.
Yeah, he's got a big fight against Cub Swanson. I think Cubs he lost his last fight, and then he won 4 before that. So he's a veteran, and he's a tough guy. But John's a hard worker. He comes in, just like everybody else, but he comes in more and he's a good athlete too. I think a lot of guys in the room respect him because he does go after guys, and he pushes guys when they do spar. He's got good stand-up. I know his dad was a Muay Thai fighter, so he's got very good boxing, Muay Thai skills. He wrestled through high school and college, so he's got that wrestling background, and he's got some submission skills. He's very flexible on the ground, so as far as being a well-rounded fighter, I mean, he's probably the most complete fighter that we have.
Now tell us about this guy they call the Awesomely Awesome. 8-0, 8-0-1.
Yeah.
And he's been called a couple of times by the Big Show.
Yeah, I mean, the UFC was looking at him, and WEC was actually, really looking at him, and unfortunately he had a sparring accident where he broke some bones in his face, but he's a tough guy. I mean, he's got a tough chin. I mean, I think when he did break the bones in his face, he kept coming after the guy, and later he realized that there was something wrong. But he's a tough guy. He's probably the most improved out of anybody in the room. He just had a high school wrestling background, and he's really taken to the striking. And I think he's got 4 submissions right now. So he's another well-rounded guy, and a guy that comes in every day and he's ready to bang.
It seems like the words that describe the fighters that you turn out of here is well-rounded.
Yeah, I mean, we got great coaches. We got a good Muay Thai coach that comes in, works with the guys. We got a great boxing coach, great jiu-jitsu guys. I kind of run the team practices, but yeah, I mean, all our guys are well-rounded. Sometimes they go to other camps to pick up some things, and they're bringing some new tricks to our camp. So a lot of our guys are well-rounded, and you got to be, in this day of age.
Now tell me about some of the other guys that may not be as well-known. Who else do you have training here?
Yeah, we
get up-and-comers.
Yeah, we got a couple guys on the verge. Anthony Leone, 6-0. He just won this past weekend in the main event. He's real close. I'm sure the big shows are looking at him. Very good jiu-jitsu guy. I know he started his training out in Hawaii at BJ Penn's gym, but super great guy. He works hard. He's close. Either 135 or 45. I see him in the WEC.
Okay.
And then we got another guy. He's an older guy. He's 35, but he's a two-time Division I All-American in wrestling. His name's Mike Guerin. Very hard worker, very dedicated. He actually drives 2 hours to our place to train. He'll stay a couple days and then drive back, but he does this repeatedly, and he's a tough guy. I mean, he comes after it. He's also 6-0. I believe he has 5 finishes, so he's a guy that could be picked up. Another guy that we have fighting this weekend, Kenny Foster, is fighting in the main event. It's a title fight. Very good wrestlers, a Division II All-American. A lot of our guys are wrestlers. He's starting to pick up, the striking part of the game, and he's a very aggressive fighter. He goes after you and beats you up. So, those are 3 guys to keep a watch out for.
Now let's talk about location. You're here in Cortland right now. We hear there's a move in the works, and are there any other locations for Team Bomb Squad?
Yeah, I mean, it's in the works. We're looking to move back to Ithaca. I lived there for 10 years. I wrestled for him. I coached there. And we're looking to move back. This is kind of a temporary location. It's been good to us. We've been here for 3 years, but we're looking to take the next step up. A lot of our guys that, started out with us in the beginning are making it to big shows now. So, I believe our system does work, and we really want to, display it to the general public, which we haven't done yet. And I think it'll catch on, and Ithaca's a great area. You got 3 colleges there. You got Cornell, Ithaca, and TC3. So, it's a beautiful place, and that'll probably be our first main location.
Well, it sounds like this is the place. If there are any fighters around the area and they're serious about moving on and up, this is the place to come and train.
Yeah, I mean, not only is our training good, we got a great management group. My partner, as far as the management goes, Gary Marino, he's been in the sport since day one, UFC 1. He's friends with Dana White, and he's a big reason why we've gotten a lot of those guys in big shows. So, a lot of credit to him, and, my wife's very supportive. She does a lot of the paperwork for the business. She works at Cornell University, and she does a great job. I mean, she comes home after work, and then first thing we're working, on improving our team and, making the move to Ithaca and writing up contracts. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. So.
Well, last question. How will it affect you and Team Bomb Squad if MMA gets legalized in New York?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you look at the states that it is legal. New Jersey, I mean, it's been legal forever there, and, the competition down there is unbelievable. Here in New York, there's been some fights on the Indian reservations, and, the competition really isn't up to that level yet. So, I think when you open the doors for MMA in New York, the competition level is going to be tremendous. There's good boxing in New York. There's good wrestlers in New York. And, guys need a place to fight. They're not willing to travel sometimes, and, they might not be financially, set to travel, right, like we are. So, it's going to be huge, and there's going to be a lot of good fighters that come out of New York in the future.
Well, thank you very much. You're running a great place here, and good luck to your fighters.
All right.
We've got a couple of fights coming up, so we'll be watching.
All right, thank you.